Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life. But I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. Her and her husband violated my son. So check this out, Mike. I pay $850 a month in child support for my son. But on top of that, I also cover his car note, his car insurance, and his phone bill as well. Dads being dads, I love to see it. Yeah. I make sure he's taken care of because he's my kid, and I want to make sure he has everything he needs. My son is 16 and even got a part-time job working at a fast food restaurant to start learning some responsibility. So the other day, he tells me he got fired from his job. It won't be the last time that happens. Trust and believe. And of course, I asked him why. He says he kept missing work because he didn't have a ride. Now I'm confused. Yeah, me too. Because I'm the one paying for his car. So how in the world don't you have a ride? Super duper valid question. That's when he tells me that his mom let her husband borrow his car because his was in the shop. Time out. Technical foul. What? That's when I snapped. That makes two of us. I cussed her out for putting a man's needs above her own son's, especially knowing the car was bought and paid for by me to make sure my kid had independence and could actually get to work. So she tells me my husband ain't gonna be without a car while my underage son is out here driving. Like this video if you think she's a piece of shit. You crazy? So now I'm heated. I'm paying all this money to make sure my son has everything he needs, but she's out here prioritizing a grown-ass man over her own kid. Report the car stolen. At this point, I don't know if I should take the car completely out of her control, go back to court, or just let my son figure it out until he's 18. Yo, your baby mom is wrong as two left feet. I'm telling you that right now. I'm 100% with you on this, but let me explain to you why she's thinking the way she's thinking. You pay the $850 in child support, right? Because the courts don't tell the woman exactly how the money should be spent, she's going to say stuff like, oh, that $850 goes towards food, goes to clothes, miscellaneous expenses, stuff like that. The bills, the house, the roof, all that stuff, my husband pays that. So ain't no way in hell that if my husband can't get to work to pay the bills to keep a roof over your son's head, I'm going to let him go without a car. Your son can figure it out because in her mind, that little money he making at the Burger King or whatever is just his spending money. To her, that's not important. She still got that old parent mentality, like kids don't have rights, kids ain't important, stuff like that. And I mean, in some situations, I get it. And this one is not one of them because guess what? What you should do is say, yo, no, that's cool. Son can come live with me. Now she don't get the $850. Car with the son, phone bill at the crib, we good over here. Let you and your man figure that out. Tell homeboy jump on a bus and get to work. Get an Uber, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he got to do, but he ain't using a whip. You crazy? I'd have reported that joint stolen. Then as soon as I'm like, yeah, so it's not really stolen. Your ex-wife's husband was driving. Yeah, it's stolen. It ain't his. That belongs to my son. He didn't have permission to take it. That's grand theft auto. Now he got to fight a charge and find his way to work. Stop playing with me, shorty. You out your goddamn mind? Son lost his job. Now he could definitely get a new job. His job ain't as important. He could find another one of those easily. But she's wilding and she's entitled and she feel like she got power over you because the boy lives with her. So my advice to you, I don't know how easy this is. Get custody of your son. Your son is old enough to go to court and say, I don't want to live with her. I want to live with him. And you can use this as an example. I had a job, Your Honor. I was working. I play sports. I'm doing everything. I'm doing the right thing. She took the car off me so her husband can go to work. I lost my job. That was an income I lost. I was trying to save up for it. Whatever. Judge gonna be like, yo, what's up with you? Nah, custody, pops. Now, if you just don't want the son, now you kind of gotta, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you park the whip at your house, but you're not gonna be able to make the rules in her house. So as long as the car is over there and that's her baby boy and that's his mom, he not really gonna argue because the fact that this happened a couple of times where he couldn't get to work and you didn't even know about it lets me know that he's not trying to tell on his mom. He love her. So you're going to have that issue on your hands too, dealing with like being a villain to the mom. This is a tough situation, but that is my advice to you, man, is either take the whip completely off her, leave it at the house, your son can get it from there so she can't have access to it, or let your son come live with you. Otherwise, you ain't really going to have no say-so in that matter unless you send the dad to jail for like the Grand Theft Auto type joint. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice, man. Take it or leave it. I hope it all works out. Stay alert, stay alive. Is watching X-rated videos cheating? So check this out, Mike. My wife truly believes that me watching porn is the exact same thing as me cheating on her. What the helly? What the hell-iante? At first, I thought she was just being dramatic, cracking a joke or maybe testing me. Nah, but she been holding on to this for weeks now. Nah, that's how I do with a grudge. She's genuinely angry and keeps bringing it up every chance she gets. She tells me over and over how disappointed she is in me and how I broke her trust. Like this video if you think she's full of shit and how she doesn't even know if she can ever forgive me. Hey, tell her ass to shut the hell up. Enough is enough. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here confused as hell. Yeah, I think we all are. I never stepped out on her, never even thought about being with another woman. I just watched a few videos online and that's it. xnxx.com. Yeah. I'm starting to feel like I'm being punished for something that ain't even in the same universe as cheating. Part of me wants to straight up tell her she sounds ridiculous. Please do. And that she's blowing this way out of proportion. But then the other part of me is worried, like, is she really serious? Is this how she actually views the situation? Because if that's the case, your wife might think the earth's flat as well. Nasty work. I don't know if she's being extra sensitive or if she's genuinely starting to lose it. Now I'm stuck questioning if I should stand my ground and tell her she's tripping, or if I'm supposed to sit here and treat it as if I actually betrayed her. Hey, yo, my boy, your wife is batshit crazy. I don't really know what's wrong with her. Like, she's really off her rockers. I was reading a letter and I was waiting for the joke to come, and it never came. Like some people's dad after they went to go get milk. That's another story for another day. Like, what is wrong with your wife? Maybe this is it. Maybe she's seen you watching the videos and the women in the videos don't look like her. So let's say your wife is like a thick joint, right? Little BBW action. But then you was watching like the petite joints, you know what I'm saying? Or the Caucasian or the ebony cat, or whatever your wife is, you was watching the opposite of that. And so maybe she feels like in her mind, you cheating on her because you're going to go get something outside of what she looks like. That's the only thing I could think of. You know what I'm saying? Because some women really be viewing it like that. Men don't care. You know, we wake up every day of the week and we might want something new. Sometimes I be looking up fat chicks on the site. I don't care. Sometimes when they move like a waterbed, sometimes that does it for me. You know what I'm saying? Other times I got to go get the Caucasian MILF. It's different every time. It's never the same. I don't have a category that's my go-to. Whatever I'm in the mood today, that's what I'm going to. But women sometimes will feel like, oh, he must have a thing for this. Because you see women on the internet talking about something, if men don't like BBLs and don't like all the surgery, why is that all y'all be liking on Instagram? Yeah, because we just want to crack that. We don't want to wife that. That ain't something we want to look at every day. Sometimes we be like, yeah, she got cakes. And that's that. It's just a physical thing. It's a fleeting emotion, just the way y'all get. You know how one day you just wake up just mad for no reason. That's the same way we are. We wake up, yeah, I want a thick joint today. Oh, I want blonde hair, blue eyes today. You know what I'm saying? I want some BDSM, whatever you like. You know what I mean? But women look at it as like, oh, you see me and you don't like what you see. So now you're going to go search up, you know what I'm saying? Thick ebony or whatever. You know what I mean? And we looking at it like, what are you talking about? This is just and that's it. So that's the only thing I could think of is that maybe she feels like you're looking at women who don't look like her and in her mind, somehow that's going to lead you to actually cheating on her with someone else because you're not satisfied with her. That's the only solution that I could think of. And I don't really have no real advice. Like, I guess have a conversation with her and tell her, like, knock it off. Yo, don't bring this shit up again, all right? It's not cheating. Leave me the hell alone. Get out my face. Like, you can't give her any leeway and make her believe that you feel guilty about this. Because the moment you do that, now she has the upper ground. You know what I'm saying? She get the upper hand. Because you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, babe, about it. Oh, you're sorry? Yeah, you knew what you was doing was wrong. Now you can't even watch the flicks no more. So you got to tell her, cut the shit out. Knock it off. You sound crazy. Get out my face. I'm going to watch it today. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm going to watch it the next day. Go hang with your friends or something. Go ahead with that bullshit. That's what you got to tell her. Don't give her an inch because she's going to take a mile. I'm telling you that right now. Your wife is a nutcase, so stay alert, stay alive. My lady can't hold her liquor. Yo, Mike, my girl loves to drink when we go out, but she always goes overboard and ends up embarrassing me. Nasty work. It's like clockwork. She swears she's just gonna have a couple. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. But one turns into three, then three turns into her being loud, sloppy, and drawing way too much attention. So last week, we go to a comedy show. Yo, thanks for supporting live comedy. And it's supposed to be a fun night out. But she starts drinking heavy again, and before I knew it, she's yelling, talking over the comedian, and disturbing the whole show. Heckling the comedian usually doesn't end well for the heckler. It got so bad, security actually kicked her out. Yeah, get her nut ass up out of there. Now here's the part where it get messy. The comedian on stage just happens to be my absolute favorite. I thought I was your favorite. So when he escorted her out, I didn't leave with her. Hey, yo, cold world. The show was at a mall, so I just told her to walk around and wait for me until it was over. Now she's acting like I abandoned her. But honestly, I'm tired of her ruining every event we go to because she can't control her liquor. She's probably more annoying than walking into a spider web. So my question is, was I wrong for staying and enjoying the show? Or was I finally right to put my foot down instead of letting her mess up another night for me? Yeah, I'm glad they kicked your shorty out the spot, ruining my craft. Because guess what? I see this every single time I go to a comedy show, whether I'm performing or not. Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, the Improv. It don't matter where I go. It's always one person in the crowd that thinks they're a part of the show. They didn't had too much to drink. They make a fool out of themselves. And now they getting a tap on the shoulder. Security like, yeah, your time here has come to an end, my man. Shorty, whatever, bounce. You didn't ruin it. Sometimes if the comedian's cool and they're like very seasoned or they're a veteran, sometimes they might have empathy. They might be like, no, she's good. Hey, but ma'am, listen, and they'll get a warning. Yo, listen, I don't want them to kick you out. They're going to do it. I don't want them to. So can you just chill for the rest of the show? I want you to enjoy it. I don't want you to lose. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we'll do it. I see Gary Owen do it before. I seen Ron G do it before. I seen a bunch of comedians do this, and then the person usually chills. But sometimes they don't chill and then they end up getting kicked out. So the fact that your girl does this every time, she need an intervention, bro. Like all jokes aside, she's drinking to cover up, to mask some pain she's dealing with, to suppress something. She has a problem. And like, I don't even want to be funny. I'm saying like she really needs to get help. A meeting, maybe an outpatient, something. She needs to replace the alcohol with something else that fills that void. You know what I mean? Because it's just going to get worse. She gonna do this in front of a cop or something and get she gonna get some volts to the torso and be on the ground because they ain't gonna tolerate that. Your woman out of control. Now she wandering around the Mall of America, wherever y'all was at, sloppy drunk, just straying in and out of Rue 21 or Forever 21, whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? Security probably gonna rough her up in the mall too, you know what I'm saying? She out of control. So nah, you're not wrong for not leaving with her. Maybe you taught her a lesson. This reminds me of the time when this dude made a video on Instagram where he kept telling his wife to hurry up. They were going to miss the flight. And she was like, no, I need to stop and get my Starbucks coffee. Like, we'll be fine. And he went to the gate and the flight took off without her. She missed the boarding and she was like making a big deal about it. He's like, no, I'm sick of this. She always does this. Always wants to stop. She's running behind. I don't care. I'm going on vacation. That's on her. And everybody was crucifying him. But I'm like, nah, bro, you did the right thing. Sometimes these women are just be complacent, just thinking they could do whatever. And then if you don't just enable them, you're the bad guy. You're not the bad guy. She be all right. She out in the mall. It ain't like she sat in the car in the cold or something like that. She's wandering around the mall. Go to Annie Ann's Pretzels and get something to eat, or, you know what I'm saying? Chill out. You'll be fine. Go sit on the bench and sober up. You did the right thing. You put your foot down. That's good. Now, what you really need to do is take her to get some treatment, because she definitely has an issue that's unresolved. And like I said, all jokes aside, you need to work on that. So I hope y'all can resolve that issue or whatever. But yeah, she definitely needs some help. But you definitely didn't do nothing wrong by staying and watching the rest of this show. I hope you got a picture with the comedian, you know what I'm saying? Because at least make it worth the while, because you're definitely going to be in a doghouse when you get home. That's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? But you're not wrong. So stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment telling me what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.